Look at them clouds and stuff and everything. Them it finished to get ready to storm. Here it is. It just don't make no sense. Gonna cut that light off. Go in there, cut that phone off, and cut the TV off and everything too. Y'all don't hear that thunder and stuff and everything. Your grandma, it ain't even started raining yet. It's burning. No, gonna cut it off. Grandma don't want to hear that. Let the Lord do His work and sit down and be quiet. Ain't that right? Yeah, sit down and be quiet. Sit down and be quiet. Grandma don't want to hear that. No, we not washing no dishes. Cut that water off. Mom was washing dishes. I was trying to go ahead and wash dishes to get this stuff taken care of. Cut that water off. Let the Lord do His work. Was enough water going on outside on all that thunder and that lightning and stuff and everything. Somebody to give me something to do. I'm bored. No, you not that bored, baby. Girl, what you doing? Yeah, I hear the sirens and everything going on. Is it hell enough? You need to go and get off that phone, honey. And they don't need to be on the phone driving in this no way. We hear all that rain and hail and that stuff and everything. Go on and cut that stuff off, honey. Go on and cut it off. No. Cut that cell phone off and sit down and be quiet. If you that bored, honey, get the Bible, pick it up. You can start from Genesis and make it to Revelations, honey. I don't read the Bible. Yeah. Well, if we not gonna do nothing, be quiet and be still.
What's up out there, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope all is well with you guys out there on this beautiful Sunday night. All is well here. Be quiet and be still while the Lord is doing His work. That brought back memories, and that was a rule, a golden rule that we as a people had to be instilled in us from either our mothers or our grandmothers. Because we know the Most High don't play when it comes down to lightning, and we supposed to sit down and be quiet, just like the lady said, and cut everything off and be quiet and be still. Go to bed or something, you know what I'm saying? Go read the Bible, read a book, whatever, but just be quiet. It's a damn shame that a lot of other nations has not caught on to this, you see. But before we get into this story right here, I just want to, let you guys know that some of you may have already heard about Indiana. There's been a state of emergency for all the cities or whatever of Indiana as far as flooding go. Not so much. That is not happening. In some cities there is, vast flooding and stuff like that. But here where we are in Fort Wayne, nothing of the sort. We've been blessed. So hopefully we stay that way, But back to this right here. Yeah. You want to sit down, be still, and be quiet. You see what I mean? Lightning came out of the air, out of the sky, directly for this young man right here. 24-year-old Safan Awe, a Thai football player. That's what they call it over there, football. I call it soccer. But electricity personally came out of the air and electrocuted this man. You see, like I said, when the Most High doing His work, be still and be quiet. A lot of people gonna have to catch on to this because there's been a lot of lightning strikes going on. It always has been, but it's starting to happen more frequently now. Like I said, I did a video, I think it was a couple weeks ago, where a man was driving down the road. Lightning hit his truck and reduced the whole entire front end almost up to the cab into ashes. Just look like ashes. Everything, Then there was a house where some people lived. Lightning struck the house. These people survived, Also in Ohio, there was a prison where I think it was like 12 people got struck, and some of them are in critical condition. You see what I mean? And they was out walking around, after coming from eating. You know what I'm saying? But they got struck. You know what I'm saying? And you got to understand, the Most High is not a joke. You know? And look, where He holds the power, and wherever He send them lightning bolts or had them angels send the lightning bolts, that's just what it is. That's it. But I noticed before we watch this video, in this particular picture right here, if zoom in on that field right there, just hovering above. Now there's other trees and stuff like that around and what have you. This one over here is kind of suspect right here. Look like some sort of wings, you know what I mean, along with the face looking upward. But the one that really stood out to me was this one. Look at that. That was hovering over the players before the lightning struck, right here. And you can see it's some kind of image of some kind of entity. You see the head and what looks like to be some on his back. Okay, you see like the shoulders go down into the arm sticking out, and it looks like he's wearing some girded all the way down, as the Bible say, to the paps or something like that, where it's like a long garment, and you can see his feet. And if you look at the video, you would add, this is actually a picture from that video. Okay, so it hasn't been altered or anything like that. I didn't add anything or nothing like, other than, only thing I added was this picture. That's it. But yeah, I noticed that before the strike. And now it said that this strike actually basically took him out and injured, I think, 12 other players that was on the field. But what I want us to do is check out the video, and then we'll get into the commentary. Let's check that out again. And just like that, he was struck down. It's too bad these people, don't understand. You just gotta be still. I think anytime that it starts to rain, thunder, lightning, or whatever a person's doing, even in a situation like this, they should have just postponed the game or just held it up until the conditions got better. It's not worth something like this happening. Because, see, lightning is starting to come out of the blue, striking people. It don't even have to have, be like conditions favorable for storms. It's just like lightning is now coming out of the blue, striking people. You see? I would definitely say this is the Most High's judgment. Accidents happen. We understand that. But the Most High knows the hearts of men better than the man knows the hearts of other people. You see what I mean? That's basically what it boils down to. And He makes the decisions on who gets what at the appropriate time. Over here in Job chapter 36, verse 30 through 32. And it reads, "See how He scatters His lightning about Him, bathing the depths of the sea. This is the way He governs the nations and provides food in abundance." Okay. Verse 32. "He fills His hands with lightning and commands it to strike its mark." Okay, this is what it all boils down to now. This is the New International Version. Over here in Job, let me see, same thing, 36, verse 31 through 32. Well, let's say 30 through 32. It reads a little different. See, these new versions always like they basically translating, better than the older version. But it reads, "Behold, He spreadeth His light upon it, and covereth the bottom of the sea. For by them judges he the people, he giveth meat in abundance. With clouds he covereth the light, and commandeth it not to shine by the cloud that cometh betwixt. Okay? So it reads a little bit different, but when you get down to it, verse 32 in the New International Version basically is what it all means. He fills his hands with lightning and commands it to strike its mark. So you don't want to be his mark, okay? You don't want to be his mark when he decides to, distribute his lightning, to whoever. There's a lot of wicked people out here, and judgment is running to and fro throughout the earth. And you got fools that think when they do a lot of dirty little things, undercover, hide behind the scenes, that they're going to get away with it. You're not. You're not. You can't. Just as sure as the Most High send these monstrous looking spirits, and I say very monstrous, kind of scary looking like. Let me see if I can find a picture, show you what I mean. Like this one right here, hanging around in the clouds, just chilling, looking down at us. You see what I mean? At us. I take a lot of these pictures. Many of y'all that's been riding with us for a while, y'all know what I do. And I show y'all guys what it is right here. And it's getting to the point. They forming themselves for people to see them and don't care who knows it, okay? And they always somewhere lurking in the shadows, hiding, for those of us that has the spiritual insight to see them. But for the ones that don't, well, this is what they do. They hide and lurk in the shadows as you go about your day-to-day lives, not knowing what's watching you. Like this particular picture right here. Here's a Country Wayne skit right here. We had two of the sisters, playing in little parts or whatever. But I'm sure neither one of them was ever the wiser that in this car's windshield back here that's lurking in the darkness, where you got these two eyes right here, just watching everything. See, y'all think I'll be playing for the ones that may come across. You see what I'm saying? Look at that. Just watching everything silently, Y'all think I'll be playing when I'll be saying, people, please remember to live your life as though we're being watched simply because we are? This is it. This is what they do. And they everywhere. They're everywhere. That's why I say to these idiots who doing a lot of dirty little things, your time is coming. If you don't stop and repent. I don't know what kind of job you got, but if it's got anything to do with being dirty and doing a lot of wrong to folks, you know what I'm saying? Stopping them from reaching a certain goal. While you sitting back thinking you all, you really got the power and this and that. All you doing at this point is setting yourself up, stacking a wall full of bricks for them all to fall on you. That's what's going to happen. Let's look at another one before I go. Here's another one right here that I happen to be looking up and saw in the clouds right here. And you can see it's like two of them. I don't know if he was like turning from this way, like looking to the left over here, and then happen to turn, because they move strange. They move real strange. And then face you, or if it's like two of them. One looking to the left, and then this one right here looking to somewhat like the right. You can see that big nose. You can see his mouth, underneath the nose and everything else when other eyes are involved. Just stuff like that. This is real, people. This is real. This is no joke right here. So it's time to put away stupidity for those that have wisdom. Now, for the common fool, you're going to continue in your folly. And what's going to wind up happening, you probably wind up like your boy that was on the soccer field. And by the way, condolences to his family for their loss, and that's just what it is. See, these things happens for an example and a lesson for those that are wise. But like I said before, any common fool, they're going to look at this and laugh and act like, oh, it's just something that happened. That's just nature or whatever. All right. That's all I got on this one, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular video right here. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it in the comment section. That's if you can comment, because you've got people out there that's working on their wall to follow them. But nevertheless, make sure you try to comment and like, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.